Alright, let's get straight to it. I'm gonna be showing y'all how to solo that Act 4 villain event in the anime exhibitions. Get straight to it. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all the builds. This is my Yuta build. I'm running Promise Ring. You can see the rolls right there. Enhanced Katana and Shinigami Sword. This is a crit build for Yuta. Running Salmon Swords for Inamaki. I'm running Technique Amplifier. You can see the rolls. Pirate Sing Shot and Magic Orb. Mainly want to focus on range for that. And now I got my Vegeta build right here. I got the Royal Gi. You know what I'm saying? I got the Shinigami Sword and I got the Magic Book. All mythic rolls, but not necessary at all to solo. Alright, I won't be providing commentary throughout this entire run, but I'll just be putting in some key notes on what you could focus on and how you could beat this with a completely free-to-play team. And you don't need Vegeta for this either. You can use any main DPS that's sufficient enough to kill the enemies on that path fast enough before the next path spawns and gets too far. So you can pretty much do this with anything. There's pretty much no excuse. You can use the free Dragon Ball Unbound, use it on Vegeta if you like. The best crit DPS in the game, I believe. Him and Gohan are pretty much neck and neck. He's pretty much... Gohan has better overall damage, but Vegeta has better raw damage, if that makes sense. As in, all his damage comes directly from his kit, and he's basically a stat stick. Gohan gets all his damage from the status effect, which makes him effectively double his damage. But regardless, they are really close, except Gohan has restrictions. If you use him without DLTs, he's not better than Vegeta. So that's why me personally, I prefer Vegeta. Now, Vegeta kind of has quote-unquote restrictions as well. You need to get takedowns in his range. You need crits in his range so he can get his full passive active. He gets 78% crit rate. Well, for me, for my build, he gets 78% crit rate and 165% crit damage at max cap. So as long as you aim for that, you'll be fine. Right here, I am setting up my Inamaki. Inamaki is pretty much the GOAT in soloing this, which is why you can solo with pretty much everything. His stall is insane. Just get him to a 5-second SPA. That's the perfect SPA to keep reapplying your slow and not having it overlap and have any of those tricky issues. So here I am setting another Inamaki. I'm getting him to 5-second SPA. Have as much range on him as you can, and yeah. You're just gonna be wanting to solo each path at the start. You have to target the start. You don't target last because, you don't place last because if you place while they get close to the middle, you already lost because you're not gonna be able to cover all sides unless you have some full AoE. You could use an unbound full AoE unit and pretty much solo it that way. But I believe this is the easier way, so yeah. Now here, pay attention to my placement. Right here, what I'm trying to do, and I'm on console, so this is a little weird, but it is what it is. Right here, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to place in the middle of the second and third path. The reason for this is, due to his passive, you want him to build up takedowns. And since you want him to build up takedowns, and he has like build up in his kit, I guess, even though it's not anything too crazy as in like crazy restrictions, but he does have build up. So you want at least, I believe it was 20 takedowns, which it sounds like a lot, but it's not. You want to be able to put him in the middle of the second and third path so that while after he's finishing killing off the second path boss, he can go straight to the third path boss. And the reason for this is because if you place him too far down the second path, you won't be able to hit the third path, and then he'll have to build up again. So if there aren't any mobs left for him to build up on, you're just left with a base form Vegeta with none of his max stats, which is not good. You want to keep him in Super Saiyan form pretty much the whole entire fight. Now I'm gonna keep it a buck. Right here, I could have just straight up replaced and finished way faster, but I was just being safe, I suppose. I don't know what I was really thinking about here. I was kind of zoned out. But right here, you could easily, there's enough mobs. You can replace Vegeta right here on the third path and still be fine. If you're tiny tasking or macroing this for whatever reason, I would suggest just leaving Vegeta in the same spot, just making sure that the tiny task doesn't mess up, because sometimes when you tiny task over time for over long periods, the macro doesn't pick up everything you put, or you might need to double click just to avoid all those errors. I'd suggest just leaving them in the same spot. But also right here, what we're doing is we're getting Yuta to max upgrade. Something that I didn't point out is we're getting Yuta to max upgrade here. There's a lot of shields, especially in the third path, and Itachi spawns a lot of clones with this. This is me showing his passes right here. There's a lot of shields on the third path. You want to be able to basically destroy those shields instantly. With Yuta, he summons 3 Bat Spirits with his equipment, his main equipment. So that's about 4 people attacking at once per Yuta. For 8-12, these spawn with 6. Those shields get smoked quick. Bars, I ain't repeat. But yeah, here you go, and that's how you solo right there. Completely free to play. You don't need to spend any rerolls for this. While you could get Forsaken and Optic on Inumaki, it's not necessary. And there you go. I would suggest getting invested on the farms. But yeah, good luck. Get on that grind.